Thousands of Colorado teachers protested the current state of education funding on April 27th at the state capitol.
We marched to seek a statewide solution to these challenging realities. Most school funding comes from the state. Unfortunately, there isn't enough money at the state level. The best solution is to pass Initiative 93, which will increase the amount of money the state can collect for education.
But we can't vote for Initiative 93 unless it is on the November ballot, and it won't get on the ballot without more signatures. We need you to sign a petition for Initiative 93 by July 4th to make this happen.
In the past, voters have supported education funding, but those initiatives, like the marijuana tax, didn't provide enough for our underfunded schools. Even with the recent actions by the state legislators after the teacher protests, Colorado is still $2 billion below the national average for per-student funding.
Initiative 93 raises $1.6 billion with minimal impact on taxpayers. In fact, 92% of taxpayers will see no increase to their taxes. 93 also specifies where the money is spent. It increases the base funding level for all students, pays for full-day kindergarten, and provides funding for early childhood education, adds more support for free and reduced lunch students, sends more money to local districts for English language learners, special education, and gifted and talented students, and it sends the increase in base funding for all students to local districts, so communities can better provide for their students' needs.
Rural and poorer school districts depend on state funding more because 1, the per-student cost of running small schools is higher, and 2, local taxes can only be increased in wealthy districts with a sufficient tax base and sympathetic voters. Most cannot raise enough local taxes to make up for the state budget cuts. This has created massive inequities in Colorado education.
In 1992, Colorado voters passed the Taxpayers' Bill of Rights, or TABOR. This law prevents the state from raising taxes without getting approval from Colorado voters. Since the state hasn't increased taxes significantly in 26 years, education spending, in real dollars, has remained basically stagnant, and when compared to the national average, Colorado has fallen way behind.
We need a major increase in education funding without sacrificing our economy to high taxes. In Colorado, the real taxes that individuals pay actually increase at lower wage brackets, so Initiative 93 was crafted to avoid further burdening these overtaxed groups.
As mentioned before, individual taxes won't increase for 92% of taxpayers, and those who will see an increase will only pay up to 1% of their taxable income, unless that income is over $500,000 a year. Even that top 1% of income earners will cap out at a 3.62% increase.
These changes actually result in a more equitable distribution of Colorado taxes, sharing the burden with top earners, most of whom will still pay less than lower income earners.
The property taxes you pay for education won't increase under Initiative 93. They will actually decrease slightly, but they will be locked in to keep local education funding consistent from year to year.
TABOR supporters claim it's okay to raise taxes where appropriate, we just need to ask voters first. So we're asking, please sign a petition before July 4th to put Initiative 93 on the ballot, and vote for 93 in November to support a sustainable funding model for education and the Colorado economy.
For more information, or to find a petition near you, click on the link below or go to greatschoolsthrivingcommunities.org.